We're live. What's going on, everybody? Long time no see.
Hello, hello. Good to see everybody.
Good to see you guys. January 2nd, big night last night. Thank you to everybody who came last night for that decade live stream thingy. That turned out a lot better than we thought.
It was a great turnout. We were very happy with it. Ryan and I are proud of what we put out there, and now we just got another live stream. We're just
cranking out live streams like left, right, and center. And we had some patient people already here in the chat. Don't know if they're still here yet, but we still got Trav Max, Scott, Nick Lloyd, Walter Sorsa, Zach, Disney Nerd, a lot of the usual people, James Howard as well. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Aiden, James, guys, if you're tuning on in here, please hit that like button. Start hitting that like button. Get that algorithm going and get in the chat room. Say how excited you are for this video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see here and you want to see more content like this, then consider clicking that subscribe button for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content.
This is sort of the final 2020 video. This is sort of the grand finale of, looking back at 2020. This is sort of the last video we're going to talk about. Ryan is going to be sitting here and he's going to be ranking all 80 movies that Ryan saw this past year in 2020 from worst to best. Of course, Ryan has already uploaded his top 10 best and worst movie videos if you want to go check those out separately. But in this video, we're going to be talking about 80 films, which, doesn't sound like a lot.
It doesn't compare to last year.
Compared to what you usually see.
Yeah, 125 the previous in 2019.
Yeah.
And this year was 80, obviously because of the pandemic. All these big movies got delayed to this year, which you'll see in my most anticipated. But 80 movies, I wanted to get solid with 80 plus movies, with 80.
It's definitely a good handful of movies to see, especially as you mentioned.
I also wanted to point something out. There are some movies I really wanted to see before I made this video, but because of the pandemic, they delayed these Oscar movies. I know people got like early access screeners to these Oscar movies, but I haven't seen them yet, including Minari, the A24 movie with Glenn from The Walking Dead, The Father with Anthony Hopkins, Pieces of a Woman with Vanessa Kirby, Nomadland, Chloe Zhao and Frances McDormand, and One Night in Miami, Regina King's directorial debut. Those are some really noteworthy Oscar films contenders this year that I haven't seen yet, so they won't be on this list, but I will see them once I get access to them.
And hopefully we get an Oscars this year. That would be exciting. But yeah, still 80 movies, a good amount of movies to talk about here. This video, of course, is inspired by the great Sean Chandler. He came up with this video concept. He actually just did his yesterday, and you did your first time last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so this video is inspired by Sean Chandler. Obviously, if you haven't heard of Sean, he's a great content creator, great movie reviewer in the space. His link to his channel's in the description below if you guys want to go check him out. He does some great stuff over there for sure. So thank you, Sean, for this video idea, and we're happy to share your ranking.
I am. I'm very excited. Get in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite and least favorite film of 2020 is. Let's get right into this. So how we're going to do this is I've seen 80 movies, so thank God. We're going to do 10 movies each time, and then we will address the chat, whatever comments you guys have. So if you're in the chat wondering why I'm not responding to you, I'm going to wait till I do 10 movies and then get to the chat.
We have Shashank in here. Looking forward to your ranking. Christian Knight said he loved the tournament yesterday. Thank you so much for being there. We had, I think, over 500 views on that video.
Over 500 views. That turned out a lot better than we thought. Thank you guys so much for watching that.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about 10 movies here. Then we'll stop and definitely address the chat. But we're going to be talking about 10 movies, then we'll talk about the chat for sure. Also, in the description box below is a link to Ryan's Letterboxd list of all the 80 movies he saw. Those are not the ranking order. They're just in the order in which he reviewed them on YouTube. There are a few in here that you didn't get a chance to review on YouTube, but you'll get to talk about them here.
Yes, that's why I as well did a quick movie reviews for the end of the year. Some of those I did review on that video.
Yep, Disney Nerd, good to see you. And Shashank, no worries, man. It's definitely on the channel now if you want to watch the replay. We did it under 4 hours, which is good.
Which is good. It was 3 hours, but we did it under 4.
Couple technical issues, but those are to be expected. But still, it was a great turnout.
And a mistake that happened, but, mistakes happen. It was a great live stream. Love all those people we collabed with. Please go check them out.
A lot of fun. Let's get to this video though. So here is Ryan's official ranking of all 80 movies, Ryan, that you saw this year. I'll let you. I haven't seen you do the talking from here on out. I'll click for you.
All right. Let's kick off the list. As you know, we're gonna start with my least favorite to my favorite. All right, coming in at number 80 is my worst movie of 2020, Cuties. I'm not even gonna explain why this is the worst film I saw this year. This movie should not have been made. Like, the people who made this movie should absolutely be ashamed of themselves. If you like this movie, I do not know what is wrong with you. I mean, this film, just, you need to watch just every review or just rant or everything talking about this movie, why this movie should not have been made. It is an insult and a crime to humanity. So Cuties, definitely the worst film I saw in 2020. All right, 79 is Artemis Fowl, another really awful movie. This movie should not have been as bad as it was. It's a really popular book series. A lot of people do love the book series. I haven't read the books, but the movie is just god-awful. It's got great cast members like Colin Farrell in there and Judi Dench, Cody. She was in Cats and now Artemis Fowl. Judi Dench, man, you need to be in better movies, but the visual effects are bad. Josh Gad as well. Can't forget him. Just the acting is really bad in this film. The dialogue is wooden. The story is really forgettable. It's basically any children fantasy movie we've seen over the past decade. And Artemis Fowl just, it was a rough one. Number 78 is Fantasy Island. This is like a so bad it's enjoyably bad, I would say. I mean, I was entertained, not fully bored. Michael Pena is this island guy who has these people come in and says, all right, you take part in Fantasy Island, you can win some money, you can make love and die, basically. That's the plot line in here. And it's just really bad and it's funny at parts, but it's just one of the worst films I saw this year. It's basically another Truth or Dare, and what was the other one I was thinking of? Truth or Dare and
Countdown? Was that
Countdown, yeah. And it's another one of those movies from Blumhouse. Fantasy Island, definitely awful.
So hilariously bad.
Hilariously bad. Brahms the Boy 2. I watched the first...
At number 77.
Number 77. The first Boy was really forgettable, and I don't think anybody wanted a sequel to this movie, and it's worse. The story is awful. The jump scares, it's full of jump scares like you pretty much expect in many horror movies today. The characters are wooden. The story goes absolutely nowhere. It's basically family moves into a new house. They find the boy doll, and it possesses them and just follows them. It's pretty much any horror movie you see now. So, not good. 76 is The Grudge, another Grudge movie, remake basically. And yeah, the same thing. Family moves into new house. Scary monster creature gets in your hair. It can be attached to your body. It's awful. Jump scares galore. The ending tries to set up for a sequel. Why? John Cho's in the movie. I enjoyed him, but everyone else, no. So, number 75, The Turn-In. This was by far the worst year of horror in 2020. Really bad horror movies.
I was going to say, there's a lot of horror movies in here.
Yeah, it's basically making up my top 10 worst. The Turn-In, it's got a great cast in here. You got Brooklyn Prince from the Florida Project. You got Mackenzie Davis, and you got Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. This should have been a really decent horror film, but it's absolutely not. The ending as well tries to set up for some sequel. I don't know what they were trying to do. A lot of trippy sequences in here that were filmed poorly, and the acting is wooden from great actors and actresses. Just so bad. 74, Like a Boss, my least favorite comedy of 2020. Selma Hayek, Rose Byrne, Tiffany Haddish. Those are some talented actresses. God awful. Tries to be another Bridesmaids, and it just fails. I mean, Tiffany Haddish, she's a funny actress. She should be in better comedies than this. And Rose Byrne, just the chemistry was not there between them. Selma Hayek was really annoying in this film. And a lot of comedy that falls flat, and it went absolutely nowhere. For sure, one of the worst films I saw. 73, another horror movie, Antebellum. I was really looking forward to this movie. Janelle Monáe, I really like her as an actress. And they were really hyping this movie up to be like a Get Out, next Jordan Peele film.
Yeah, I remember that the trailers for this were like super.
It reminded me of Get Out. Yeah, but it was nothing like Get Out. It tried to be like Get Out and failed. A story could be very offensive to a lot of people, and a lot of people found it offensive, and I understand why. The ending to this movie is a slap in the face if you love these types of horror films. Janelle Monáe, she's fantastic in it, but she deserves a way better script. And yeah, different tones just does not fit for this movie. 72, Doolittle. Robert Downey Jr. After Endgame, he stars as Dr. Doolittle, and another reimagining after Eddie Murphy's portrayal. And Doolittle has some of the worst effects I probably have ever seen in terms of animals. Rami Malek plays this farting gorilla, and it's just really bad. There's a lot of fart jokes in this movie, especially the one where the animal farts on Robert Downey Jr. Just bad. Really wooden. Tries to go for the joke instead of telling a compelling story. At least a lot of great family movies focus on good stories and not kid humor. But this one tries to be really funny, and it doesn't go anywhere like that. So yeah, Doolittle, it's not good.
How much do you think he got paid to do this movie, Robert Downey Jr.?
They probably paid him like half of their budget, probably like $50 to $60 million.
Honestly,
to start.
Probably. All right,
which is why the effects were awful. Bloodshot, Vin Diesel. One of the final films I saw before the pandemic started. Vin Diesel as this superhero, anti-hero character that beats a lot of people up. And Bloodshot, you can definitely call this like the guilty pleasure movie of 2020. Like, you turn your brain off, you know it's bad, you just watch it for the entertainment value. And it's got some really entertaining parts, but it's just wooden and forgettable. Guy Pearce, Vin Diesel are in the movie, and Isa Gonzalez, one of Cody's celebrity crushes,
she's beautiful.
Who is beautiful in this movie. The action sequences are like filmed in like medical physics that don't make any sense at all. A skyscraper fight that's like, what am I watching? But it's entertaining. I can turn my brain off. But it was one of my worst films last year.
All right, so that's 10 movies, which means we're gonna go back and address the chat here. Let's see here. Disney Nerd, Cuties was one of the worst films of all time. Again, Cuties is disgusting. We have Avengers fan saying his favorite was The Way Back, and his worst was Artemis Fowl. Thank God he missed Cuties.
Yes, thank God you missed Cuties. You're a smart man.
James says Cuties is one of the most boring movies ever made.
Yeah, for sure.
I think waterboarding sounds a lot more pleasant than Cuties.
Yep, you're absolutely right, man.
Falcon B, good to see you. Artemis Fowl looks terrible. I think a lot of people skip that one in general.
If you skipped it, good job.
Artemis Fowl is one of the most convoluted and boring and abysmally unimaginative experiences in a while. Those are some big words, Mason. So
you made a lot of like accurate words that describe that movie.
James enjoyed Countdown. There you go.
Okay.
Artemis Fowl was terrible. His third worst of the year. Fantasy Island was pretty terrible too.
It was.
The Grudge, stupid. A lot of people seem to be agreeing. What a surprise! The Grudge was awful. Dawson, good to see you. The Turning, I hate everything. Artemis Fowl was the worst movie of 2020. Like a Boss, just no.
No.
The animals look so fake in Doolittle. They look cute, but they look fake.
Absolutely fake.
And poor RDJ. The cast is Scott, good to see you in here. Doolittle made him want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Bloodshot was okay. Now, I do think some people enjoy, like...
I just said it's like the guilty pleasure. People either like it or don't like it at all.
Bloodshot was so bad that it was kind of unintentionally funny at the same time. Yeah. I haven't checked out a lot of these films. Maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe that's a good thing. You didn't check out.
We have Jose saying his best.
Hello there.
What's up, Zach? We have Soul for his best, and worst was the wrong Missy, I think he meant to say there.
Yeah.
Shank had the best being Soul and the worst being Sadak 2. It's a Bollywood film. Gotcha. All right. Are we ready to jump into the next part here?
I am ready.
All right. Let's get to number 70, Ryan. So everyone, you've seen Ryan's top 10 worst. Now the fun begins.
Yeah, you'll see the honorable mentions that were in that video. Next is The Tax Collector with Shia LaBeouf. I was really looking forward to it. I think David Ayer directed it. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But the movie is not good. It's really bad. Shia LaBeouf tries really hard to be this gangster guy. He's this businessman that runs this drug empire. And the dialogue is just really off between certain characters, just full of unlikable characters in the film. The action isn't even that good in the film. And it's one of the most annoying films I saw all last year. The Willoughbys Netflix movie.
At number 69.
Yeah, I got some hate comments. A lot of people love this movie. I respect your opinion, but I did not like this movie at all. One of my worst films of the year. Just this movie's so annoying with the comedy and the family aspects, like the Addams Family, just done horribly wrong. The story just is so cliche. We've seen many times before. Tries really hard to be a Pixar movie mixed with a Leica film, and it doesn't go that route, in my opinion. A lot of slapstick humor with a not good story, so that's why it's at where it's at. Next is Hubie Halloween, the new Adam Sandler movie, Happy Madison.
At number 68. Make sure you say the number too.
68 is Hubie Halloween, Adam Sandler, Happy Madison. Some people enjoyed Hubie Halloween. It doesn't have that awful rating like we expected it to from Happy Madison. But, you know, Adam Sandler talks like this to her movie, Hubie Halloween. You can either accept this movie for what it is or absolutely think it's the worst film ever made. But it's got a lot of comedy that falls flat for me, a forced romance that just is thrown into the movie that didn't need to, and a lot of annoying characters in this movie. So yeah, one of the worst films I saw this year, from 2020. Downhill, Will Ferrell,
67.
And 67 is Downhill. This movie is so bad. Like, you got Will Ferrell and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. This movie should have been fantastic, and it was not. It was probably the most boring film I saw all last year. The story about this family going on a ski trip, and this dangerous incident happens with an avalanche, and Will Ferrell acts like nothing happened. It's so bad. It really is that bad. It should not have been this bad. 66 is Animal Crackers. And the director of this movie actually commented on my YouTube video.
Is that the first time ever?
Yeah, that's actually might be
first time ever. The actual director commented on Ryan's review,
and I shit on his movie.
But he was like, "Thank you. This will help me grow."
So, this is being an honest. I did not like Animal Crackers. Another movie people liked. A lot of people actually liked the movie. So I did not like Animal Crackers. Again, just like the Willoughbys, very annoying movie, full of annoying characters. A story it's not made for me. Like, it's like Sean Chandler says, you know, I'm not the target audience for this movie. This is for kids. And yeah, you got animals. They basically eat animal crackers and they have magic powers. That's what I remember.
Like, what made him like sit down and think like, this is my idea?
Here's an animal cracker. Num 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 num. I'm now a superhero. Or something like that.
Yeah.
65 is the rhythm section. Blake Lively turns into a badass after something bad happens to her. We've seen this type of concept many times before, and Blake Lively is good in the movie, and the rhythm section, though, just has a really dull story attached to it. The action is really well filmed, but the story I just did not care about. Like, I'm supposed to root for the main character, and I just don't. I just don't care about her. So yeah, that's why it's at where it's at. 64 is Capone, the Tom Hardy Al Capone movie that was released on Amazon Prime. Really bad. Like, this should have been really good. Tom Hardy is way better than this. He's good as Al Capone, but the story just does not make me care at all about Al Capone, where I should. And it reminded me a lot of Black Mass. Like, I was really hoping that movie would be good with Whitey Bulger, but it's that same type of movie where it just gets absolutely, like, bonkers the final act, and it just made no sense. The whole movie did not make sense. 63 is Peninsula, the sequel to Train to Busan. That movie is a masterpiece. That actually might be my favorite zombie movie of all time.
Train to Busan?
Train to Busan. I love that movie. Watch it, guys, if you haven't. Seriously. Peninsula was not at all as good as Train to Busan. It's a really dull sequel that goes in a different direction, which I respect, but the characters I do not care about. At least in Train to Busan, I cared about every single character, especially the bad guy in that movie. I understood why he was that way. No character at all I cared about or rooted for. I wanted them all to die. So,
is this one of the most disappointing movies of 2020?
I would say so. They've been hyping up Peninsula. We've been hyping it up. I don't think a sequel to Train to Busan was necessary after watching this movie. The first movie was a perfect, flawless masterpiece that didn't need a sequel. Okay. 62, Unhinged, the Russell Crowe, mad, bonkers villain guy, road rage movie. Basically, is Steven Spielberg's Duel. You should watch that movie, guys, if you haven't yet.
His first movie, right?
Yeah, his very first movie about a truck driver and Russell Crowe, and he gets flipped off the road by this woman and her son, and now he's following her, trying to kill her. So, Unhinged, it's an enjoyable experience because of Russell Crowe. He's great as this villain, crazy dude trying to kill this woman, and the characters with the woman and son I did not care about at all. Kind of wanted Russell Crowe to win. I don't know. I was rooting for a villain to win in here. That's the case for Unhinged. It's got great action, but a lackluster story I've seen before done better. 61, My Spy, the trailer that showed in theaters the most times by far.
This movie just got delayed and delayed.
It's probably got one of the most next to New Mutants. This movie got the most delayed because of pandemic and other reshoot or stuff like that. Just a lot of this movie got delayed so much. That's the point. Dave Bautista basically is this badass spy, tough dude that has to that comes across this young girl, and they become partners, kind of basically, like The Pacifier.
Yeah,
we've seen this type of movie before. Dave Bautista is really goofy and badass mixed together. You got him in this film. My Spy is enjoyable at times, but again, I've seen it done better in other movies.
All right, that's the next 10 movies. So let's go ahead and catch up on the chat with you guys. Yeah. Think what you guys were saying here. I think we stopped right about here. This is where the fun begins. You're right. Absolutely. Let's see here. The Willoughbys was a mediocre, mean-spirited, and boring film. It was loyal to the book, but it wasn't funny. No. Willoughbys was just kind of meh to me.
Meh.
What a waste of George Lopez in The Tax Collector.
Oh, he was in The Tax Collector. That's how bad it was.
Jedediah, good to see you. The Willoughbys wasn't terrible, but it certainly isn't anything to write home about. Just a generic movie. Happy Madison just needs to stop. The majority of the films they release is unbearable.
Yeah, I could see where you're coming from, man, especially with them and Adam Sandler.
I agree. Downhill was a disappointment. You got two really funny people in that movie, right? In the
exactly.
leads.
Will Ferrell, man. I missed the old Will Ferrell.
I was bored throughout my second viewing of Animal Crackers. Hubie Halloween was just awful after the awesome Uncut Gems. We got that.
Stupid.
That was his follow-up movie.
Yeah. He said he would because I thought he was just joking.
Capone was bad, but at least it's better than Fant Four Stick.
Yeah, because Josh Trank directed it.
Capone was disgusting when Al Capone pooped his pants. He did?
He did, yeah.
Spoilers, I guess. Train to Busan was outstanding. I still have not seen it.
It's so good.
Yeah. Chronicle is the best Josh Trank movie. What do you think about that?
Chronicle. Yeah, I haven't seen Chronicle, but I know that's his best.
Peninsula honestly bored me. It was so inferior to the first one. Yes. Yeah. Train to Busan was one of my favorite films, without a doubt. Outstanding stuff. Haven't seen Peninsula yet. Should Shank check it out?
If you like the first Train to Busan, check it out for yourself. Maybe you'll see something different than I did.
Duel was great. One of Spielberg's first films.
Really inspirational. I'm an aspiring film.
There you go. Perfect. Let's see here. Just finished the 2000s tournament. The Dark Knight should have won.
I tried to fight for it, dude. I tried to fight for it.
Spoilers.
I think Jay just did that because Spirited Away got knocked out.
So he was like, "Let me just
probably payback, bitch."
Yeah. But again, regardless, it was a fun time all
really
around.
Fun, entertaining stuff.
Should we get to the next 10 movies?
Yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. Let's talk about a movie you haven't talked about yet on the channel.
Probably the last or second to last movie I saw.
It was the last.
It was the last movie I saw in 2020. That is Midnight Sky. I need to look this up. Did George Clooney direct?
He did direct it. He directed and starred. I know that for sure. But
all right,
you can confirm if you want.
George Clooney did direct Midnight Sky, and I saw Zach's review. I was like, I got to check this movie out. Boring. I probably fell asleep at like. Oh, wait, he did direct it.
Yeah.
I probably fell asleep for like 20 minutes during this movie. It was so boring. Really was so boring. And I was really let down because I love George Clooney and wanted to see him make a redemption. But the movie is just a space movie. George Clooney's like this really known like astronaut guy. And these other astronauts are trying to get back to Earth, but it's basically intoxicated. It's so boring. Really was. The ending was so predictable.
Okay.
59 is Radioactive with Rosamund Pike from Gone Girl. Radioactive from Amazon Prime. One of the more forgettable movies I saw this year. All the flashback sequences in here make no sense in here. Got good performances from Rosamund Pike in this married couple story in the film. But just nothing about it was that special. I mean, it kind of reminded me in ways of Gone Girl, but in older times, it's just one of the more forgettable films I saw. Next is Horse Girl with Alison Brie on Netflix.
58. Yep.
On 58. Horse Girl wasn't absolutely terrible. It's just meh to me. Alison Brie as this girl who loves horses, basically. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's a good romance movie if you enjoy romance movies from Netflix. But again, nothing really that special. The ending was kind of weird to me, but I enjoyed Alison Brie in here. 57, Gretel and Hansel. Sophia Lillis from Stranger Things is in it. Again, it's fine. Like nothing really that memorable in here. This was before the pandemic. Good little horror twist in here that I really did enjoy. The kids are good. You know, the scene, especially when they're in the dining room looking at all that food, I thought that was really clever. The ending was what got to me. I didn't really like the ending to the movie, so that's why it's where it's at. 56, Underwater, Kristen Stewart in here. I like the trailer to this movie a lot when I saw it in theaters. And it's actually a pretty decent movie. And Kristen Stewart is really good in this film. She's really good in here. It's a really cool underwater sci-fi movie. It was just so interesting. The visuals are really good, but the ending just added nothing new, and the story was kind of lackluster.
Was that a movie before the pandemic too?
Yeah, I think it was January 2020.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Next is Greyhound, the Tom Hanks submarine World War II movie on Apple TV Plus.
And at number 55.
Sorry, number 50. I keep forgetting.
That's okay. I'll just say it if you forget.
55 is Greyhound. I did not love this movie. Again, a really boring movie. Tom Hanks, if he was not in this movie, it would be just one of the worst movies of the year for me. At least Tom Hanks carried the movie for sure. Would have liked to see this in theaters, you know, on the IMAX screen with the submarine battle sequences, but it got moved to Disney Plus during Apple TV Plus during the pandemic. And it's got cool battle sequences, but a story, again, with characters I do not care about at all. Reminded me of Dunkirk, pretty much.
Which one did you prefer more, Midway or Greyhound?
Greyhound, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Midway is awful. 54 is She Dies to... Excuse me.
You good?
Yeah. 54 is She Dies Tomorrow. Probably the weirdest movie I saw last year. A lot of, like, really nice visual shots that I just loved, but the lead in the movie I did not. And it would be higher up, but characters that are so annoying, it brings it all the way down here. I'm a big character guy. 53 is Timmy Failure. Mistakes Were Made on Disney Plus. Probably one of the stupidest titles for a movie.
Just a long title.
The book series is, I know, I don't know if it's well praised by people, but
I guess it was well praised enough to get a movie out of it.
Yeah, I mean, the movie's pretty weird. I mean, the lead kid is really annoying. A lot of the comedy falls flat. I would say the polar bear was nice. I like the polar bear, But yeah, I'm just not really wowed by a lot of these Disney Plus original movies, and they end up being this low on the list for a reason. I did not care about the Timmy failure character.
Yeah, I can see why there was a polar bear in this movie. Just to, like, add that.
Just to add the Disney charm.
Now, is this your least favorite Disney Plus original? I'm trying to think if there was one before this.
I don't want to say if it is because there might be another one.
Well, it's your lowest ranked, so it must be, right?
Maybe.
I'm talking about this year.
So I would say, yeah.
Okay.
As of right now. 52 is Spencer Confidential, a new Peter Berg, Mark Wahlberg movie on Netflix.
At 52, yeah.
And Winston Duke's in this as well. Enjoyable movie. It's definitely not Peter Berg's worst Mark Wahlberg collaboration film. That would definitely be Mile 22, one of the worst films I've seen in a while. Winston Duke was a good addition in here. I liked him and Mark Wahlberg's chemistry back and forth. I know this was filmed in Boston, which was awesome. The action's really cool. It's pretty much a crime movie about different people coming in, twists that were really predictable, but Mark Wahlberg's really entertaining in here.
Oh, what's the other name? Post Malone was also in this too.
Post Malone, yeah.
Yeah, he was also in this.
51 is The Photograph, Lakeith Stanfield and Issa Rae romance movie. It's fine, enjoyable. Like the performances in here. The chemistry was really good between Stanfield and Rae. It's just a romance movie. I think it was released on Valentine's Day last year, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember the movies that came out like earlier last year.
Yeah, I thought I would hate this movie because it kind of reminded me of 50 Shades of Grey a little bit, but it's good. It's decent.
Nice. That was the next 10 movies. So let's jump into the chat, see what you guys are saying about some of these movies here. Let's see here. Midnight Sky was the biggest disappointment of 2020.
Not my biggest disappointment, but that should have been really good. You know, George Clooney was directing it, starring in it, Felicity Jones as well as in it.
The visuals were gorgeous, but it was just boring.
Yeah.
Was a little bit bored with Midnight Sky. George Clooney was the only thing interesting, but didn't care about anybody else.
I don't blame you.
The Midnight Sky is what I call an airplane movie, something that you enjoy while it's playing, but forget immediately after it's over. That is true. There are airplane movies you can only watch in an airplane and just get by with. Maybe that's one of them.
Yeah, that'd be a good description.
Underwater wasn't that good in my opinion, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Totally off topic, and we're past Christmas, but I did see the first one, I believe.
I think I've seen the first two.
Appreciate that, Samuel. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed Greyhound.
Yeah, some people enjoyed it.
We got a couple people saying they really like Greyhound. Yeah, 3 people right here. For me, it was pulsating and quick tension, was tailor-made for the big screen experience, which we didn't get.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't really like it, but no, I thought the movie was just boring.
And look at that, Disney Pluster. He's making fun of how you said it.
You try doing this, man.
Kissing Booth 2 is one of the worst films of last year. You didn't see that, did you?
Nope, I skipped it.
You didn't see the first Kissing Booth either, so you just decided to skip it. Soul was Samuel's
we
best
haven't
movie.
gotten there yet.
And Mulan 2020, one of the more underrated films for him last year. I guess we'll have to wait and see where you
We'll
put
see
it.
where it is on my list.
Let's see here. And no worries, Mason. Thank you for joining back
Welcome
up.
back, man.
Are we ready to get going?
Yes.
So here are Ryan's now. We're in the top 50, guys. So
Top 50.
what did we say here? We got Inside Out fan here. Good to see you. His favorite movie was Trolls World Tour. And his worst movie was Artemis Fowl.
Well, Inside Out, Penelope, and yes, Parental Guidance, no van here. Number 50's Trolls World.
Wow. So your favorite movie is Ryan's 50th favorite movie of last year.
Yeah. See how different opinions are?
So talk about Trolls World Tour, Ryan.
So this went straight to VOD, because of the pandemic. I watched the first Trolls this year leading up to it. And not for me. Again, I'm not the target audience for these Trolls movies. Justin Timberlake voices this kind of selfish troll in the first movie. Then he has an arc. And then you got, what's her name? Pitch Perfect.
Anna Kendrick?
Anna Kendrick. She voices the main troll.
Another one of my celebrity crushes.
Yeah. Trolls World Tour. It's fun. Just these Trolls movies aren't for me. The sequel, I would say, is a step down from the first one. It focuses a lot of these music people, this rock group that are like the villains in here, and the trolls are trying to find new homes, basically, kind of like the first one. and it's just a step down from the first one.
Gotcha. We do have a super chat I do want to address from Shashank. Wow, thank you so much. Really appreciate all the hard work you have put into your rankings, Ryan. Wonderful stuff, guys. Wish you a great 2020.
Well, thank you, Shashank, for the super chat, and happy 2021, man. Thank you for the constant.
I guess we'll just address these questions now while they're here. Trolls World Tour is better than the first one, in my opinion, but still not good. DreamWorks can't make anything but like How to Train Your Dragon anymore. The Trolls movies are awful. Or actually, I don't know how they're kind of on par with each other.
Yeah.
The first one and the second one. Awesome. And I think it's good that we took a pause there, Ryan, because we might upset people here with your next.
You might upset some people here.
It's one of the more controversial films of the year.
Or maybe people will agree or just disagree.
Here we go, guys. At number 49.
Number 49. Just Wonder Woman 1984.
Wow. Honestly, could you see that happening at the beginning of the
Absolutely not. I expected this movie to be in my top 10 easily. Wonder Woman 1984, definitely the most divisive film I've seen in 2020. As soon as like the people who saw it early, they loved it. Like they thought it was really great sequel. But then once everybody saw it, it got so much controversy. People were putting this in one of the worst comic book movies ever made. I'm not that type of person. If you thought that way, then teach their own. But Wonder Woman 1984 is definitely one of the most disappointing films I've saw for a comic book film. It's definitely my most disappointing film of 2020.
Oh, wow.
I thought this movie was really flawed. It's just really disappointing. When you think of the first Wonder Woman movie, you got Gal Gadot. A lot of people are not looking forward to that movie because of her in Fast and Furious and being a skinny, beautiful model. But she was perfect as Wonder Woman in the first movie. It's pretty much Diana finding who she is, becoming Wonder Woman, saving the world, from the war going on, not just Ares. Just the message of that movie really hit me. But the sequel to this movie is about a freaking wish stone where you can wish something you want and it becomes a reality. Think of how weird of a plot line that is compared to the first movie. And if you enjoyed that, that's great. That's great. But I just did not enjoy the plot to this movie. I think the story is straight up awful. The worst part about this movie.
Yeah, it definitely stinks at being up that, at number 49 on your list.
But the things I did enjoy here were Diana, learning new things, accepting, being a liar is not a good thing at all. Always be honest. That's pretty much the story to the movie. And I agree, like the opening scene to the movie made no sense to add in. I mean, I get it because she's a liar. She cheated in that. I just didn't get it. And the Steve Trevor stuff, by far my least favorite part. Is like he just shows up.
Whoa, hey. Don't get into spoilers.
Okay, I wish I could.
I'm reading the chat. There's a couple people that haven't seen it yet,
I won't get into spoilers.
Careful.
I really wish I could get into spoilers.
Not everyone has access to HBO Max.
Because it's really hard to talk about this movie without spoilers. But,
let's just
there's
leave it
good
at that.
parts, there's bad parts. It's just my most disappointing.
All right, so now everyone's going to think, wow, everything after this you thought was Ryan. You thought The Hunt was better than Wonder Woman 1984.
At least The Hunt was entertaining, and this was actually the final movie I saw before the pandemic started. Was The Hunt in theaters, and fun movie, really fun movie. I was expecting to hate the movie. It's this murder movie going on where people going crazy on each other, and it's a fun movie. I know Hilary Swank is in the movie, and she's the villain pretty much. Fun action movie, badass character moments. The story's not good though, but I really enjoyed the action. 47 is Stargirl, another Disney Plus original movie. The book is highly popular by people. The movie is solid. It's sweet. It's fun. Stargirl's adorable. The romance is cute. And yeah, I know Giancarlo Esposito's in it, so that's cool. Just not one of my favorites. 46, 7500 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt on Amazon Prime. Really cool concept. It's basically terrorists break into a plane, except we're seeing it from the pilot's perspective, JGL. Fun, solid movie. The suspense was there because we didn't see the terrorists on the plane. We saw them through a camera lens that JGL was looking through. Suspenseful, but I've seen better ones, and I like the people's perspective better. But it's unique.
Ryan, at number 45, you thought Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, was better than Wonder Woman 1984.
Well, it's just a personal ranking.
I know,
I'm
rank
kidding. I'm kidding.
Will
Ferrell with a hair wig, basically the Eurovision Song Contest, which is very popular overseas. This is a weird movie, but fun, entertaining. It's got Will Ferrell and Elizabeth Banks as a couple. They're good in the movie. Dan Stevens might have stolen the whole movie for me, in all honesty. It's got great songs to it. The songs were better than the actual story, so that's what I remember.
Gotcha.
44 is The Croods: A New Age, the sequel to The Croods. Again, I saw the first Croods leading up to this. I actually did a review. Did I? I don't think
You did not. You thought about it, but
it's a fun sequel. I like the first Croods better. The family, they meet this other family. They're better, pretty much. Peter Dinklage, they're different species. I like the first one better. 40 Kaufman directed movie. Movie. I really enjoyed I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I know it's very polarizing to some people. Jesse Plemons was fantastic in here. Just the family aspects were so weird. I love the ending. The ending was really good. 42, The Old Guard, Charlize Theron, comic book movie on Netflix. I didn't love this one compared to a lot of people. I think the best part was the action. For sure overtakes the actual characters and story in here. But Charlize was badass in here. Cool to see a lot of great fight sequences go down in here. And it's just a great action film.
Nice.
41 is The Lovebirds, more Netflix in here.
This was supposed to premiere at
South by Southwest?
That's right.
Yeah, Kumail Nanjiani and Issa Rae. I love Kumail Nanjiani as a comedian, love The Big Sick. And the movie was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I liked the trailers. I liked the chemistry between the two. It got some cool action when it needed to, but the comedy worked for me.
All right, and we have made it to the halfway point, but we got a lot of people talking about Wonder Woman in the chat. Yeah, so let's go back here. Cody, your thoughts on Wonder Woman 84? I guess I really didn't give my thoughts because I did see this movie surprisingly. I'm kind of on the same place as Ryan. I thought about this more, and the opening scene, how I don't want to spoil it, but they were definitely trying to set up something in that opening scene with a young Diana, and it didn't really go anywhere for me in the movie. So I was trying to pay really attention to that opening scene and be like, all right, this must mean something later on where Diana's going to learn a lesson. I feel like that didn't really come into play. I thought the opening scene was the best part of the movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was just a little confused in a lot of different points. Things did get explained, but I felt like it was just a little, just kind of questionable, some of the decisions they made. And I wanted more Kristen Wiig in the movie. I wanted more of her.
Also, this movie should not have been 2.5 hours long.
It was quite a long movie for sure. I'm going to wait till this drops on Blu-ray to see it. Wonder Woman 84 was better than Soul. Don't kill me.
Hey, that's your opinion, man. I'm not going to, hate on you. I mean, that's your opinion, but I respectfully disagree.
I actually agree, Ryan. It was very average and disappointing. See, we go from that to this.
Average and again, very divisive opinions.
It has a 5.5 on IMDb. Trolls 2 is a pointless sequel. If that film is in Netflix, I will give it a chance. It might drop on Netflix. Hot take: Wonder Woman 84 is my second least favorite DCEU film.
Well, it's my third.
Yeah, third.
So we're kind of close.
Wonder Woman 84. I enjoyed it. See, there we go. Most underrated Wonder Woman 84 and most overrated Onward. See,
we're different there.
We're different there. I really didn't like Wonder Woman 84. We're just getting a lot of different opinions. Walther's still gonna give it a chance. Whoa, that is something. Wonder Woman 84 at number 49. Haven't seen it yet, but this, Tenet, Mank are probably the most divisive films of 2020.
Yeah, I would say Wonder Woman's the most divisive, but yeah, those are divisive.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal being the best part of 84.
He was my favorite part. He's like Pedro Pascal.
The first Wonder Woman was great. 2017 Wonder Woman was the most surprising comic book movies. 84 was the most disappointing. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy. First one surprise, second one
exactly. I thought this was like a Guardians 2. effect for sure.
First one is still better. Without spoiling it, Ryan, what did you think of the cameo in the end?
Definitely one of the best parts. I really like the cameo.
Wonder Woman 84 has some good stuff to it, but it's just way too ambitious. The reason why the first one worked is because of its simple premise. And it's a good point.
Yeah, usually sequels, they try to go bigger, better. And I don't think that's a good approach. I like the first approach.
7500 is really underrated. Really,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's return to acting and Project Power as well this year. Good to see
Trav Max, good to see you. No worries if you have to leave, man. That's understandable. Eurovision Song Contest was okay. It's nothing that great. Yes, entertaining value. You agree, Cody? Ryan seems to agree. I didn't see it, so I wouldn't know. So I really dug I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
I did as well.
Yeah, you did that as a quick movie review, right?
I did.
And Rachel McAdams was in Eurovision, not Elizabeth Banks.
Did I say something?
You might have.
Okay, they look similar. Come on. Don't they look similar?
Maybe they agree with you. I guess so.
I always mixed those two actresses.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
I enjoyed the old guard. She was the best part of the movie. I'm Thinking About Ending Things was so weird. Old Guard was one of the biggest surprises of 2020, a fun film with thrilling set pieces. Wonder Woman was too long. The Grudge was terrible. Yes, it was. All right, so Ryan, we're going to get to number 40 now. So this is officially the halfway point. So these are technically your top half. These are like movies you consider to be pretty good, right?
Yeah,
40 on.
40 on.
Because you did see 80 total. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Number 40 is Rebecca, the remake to the Alfred Hitchcock classic. I enjoyed it, actually. A lot of people hated this remake. You got Armie Hammer, and you got, what's her name? Lily James.
You got it
right. Solid movie. I mean, I haven't seen the original, so maybe someone can comment on the original. But this one basically follows the same premise. And I enjoyed it. I really like Armie Hammer, playing really unlikable characters. And he does in this movie. The ending was really bad. I'll just say that. The first two acts, though, really did lock me in. 39, Blow the Man Down on Amazon Prime. Another really underrated movie, I would say, this year. I really like kind of like murder, mystery, crime movies mixed into one. And this movie has it. And it's got a really cool, claustrophobic vibe. I like movies where they take place in the New England area. They're like these thrillers and just they kind of get under my skin. And this movie got under my skin.
Cool.
38 is All the Bright Places, a Netflix movie, romance movie with Detective Pikachu actor. What's his name? Randall Park. That's whatever his name was from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Not one of my absolute favorite movies of the year, but I would say it's the best performance I've seen from him. So that's a plus. The book series was beloved by a lot of people, and this one I would say did justice to those people, the fans of the book. Another one of the more divisive movies of the year, Hillbilly Elegy. This movie got bashed by a lot of people.
At number 37.
Yeah, number 37. This got bashed by a lot of people, Cody.
I wouldn't know. I didn't see it.
Amy Adams, I think it was an Oscar-worthy performance in here, as well as I suppose she get nominations. It's this white trash family. There's a lot of like bickering, arguing, and it's based on a book by the son of the movie. And he was the worst part of the movie. I really love Glenn Close and Amy Adams in here. The son character, I just did not care about. So that's why it's at where it's at. 36 is Black Beauty, Disney Plus original. The horse movie, Mackenzie Foy from Interstellar. It's a sweet movie. The ending, I'm an animal lover. I hate like dramatic endings with animals in here. And I feel so bad for the horse in this movie. Oh my God, it's devastating. Kate Winslet does a good job as the voice. It's just a depressing movie, it really is.
I never maybe really enjoyed that one though when you saw it though.
I did.
Yeah,
it's just that the ending really got to me.
Speaking of controversial movies, guys,
coming into their 35 is Mank.
Before you go into it, going into 2020, did you think Mank would be this low?
I thought it would be a top 10 for sure because it's David Fincher, one of the best directors working today, about Herman J. Mankiewicz, the screenwriter of Citizen Kane. Him and Orson Welles, Downfall. Mank was definitely a controversial movie. And Mank was really boring. I really did not fully love this movie. Gary Oldman, awesome. Amanda Seyfried, the best part of the movie, I would say. But the movie is just so boring. It just does not interest me at all. I think Citizen Kane itself is more interesting than Mank. And my God, this is too long. Whenever it focused just mostly on the Hollywood stuff, just by the scenes conversation, just one of the more disappointing films I saw of the year. Just, yeah, that's why it's at where it's at. 34 is Project. Oh, ooh.
Hello?
Tech issues.
There it is.
34 is Project Power. Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. 3 movies this year. That's awesome. On Netflix. Really enjoyed Project Power. I was suspecting as well to not really like this movie because, you know, Netflix has a track record of not really living up on these type of blockbuster films. But yeah, Project Power was a lot of fun. Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt were awesome in the movie. It's got a really cool concept in here with superpowers and this pill. It's awesome. Yeah, really enjoyed this one.
When we freeze, we can still hear you, or at least I can. Yeah, I don't know. It's being weird. I'm not sure what's been going on, but
was this going on
yesterday too? I'm not sure. I'll have to check into it, but I'm glad you guys can at least still hear us. Let's move on to 33.
All right, 33, The New Mutants. Probably like the most delayed movie of all time. The New Mutants finally comes out. 2017 we were going to get this movie, and now 3 years later it comes out. I think we're New Mutants. People hated it. Enjoyed it. I love the cast in here. Anya Taylor-Joy was awesome. Maisie Williams, probably my favorite part. And Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things, really good. I think New Mutants, where it falls off, I would say, is the story by the ending of the movie where they fight that big gigantic bear. I was getting locked in with like the call within the first 2 acts, kind of like Glass, just this claustrophobic atmosphere. But everything with the doctor and the big CGI bear they fight, I think that's where it lost me. But I didn't hate it. I really liked the young teenage cast they got for the film. 32, Bad Boys for Life. I did not expect to like this movie at all because, you know, the first 2 Bad Boy Michael Bay movies, not the biggest fan of. This one's easily the best Bad Boys movie. So good. I really enjoyed Bad Boys for Life. Martin Lawrence was awesome in here, coming out of retirement. Will Smith, the crew back together. Just a really fun movie. Really like the villains in this movie, especially the young son villain character in here. He was awesome. I would like to see another Bad Boys movie. I would.
I remember when you first saw this movie, you're like, wow, I really enjoyed it. 2020 is going to be a great year for film.
Yeah. And now look where we're at. Bad Boys for Life is in people's top 10 best of the year. I mean, but it's 32 for me. It's still really good. I really like these movies up. I really enjoyed. And awesome. Bad Boys for Life, I really enjoyed this movie. 31, Sonic the Hedgehog, another movie I did not expect to be.
I thought that when I was typing these out, I thought this came out last year, like in 2019.
Yeah. When that trailer came out, that was probably like one of the most disliked trailers of all time. But Sonic the Hedgehog, thank God they did the redesign because it helped this movie. And Jim Carrey was awesome.
Great casting,
man. Great casting in here. And Sonic was a lot of fun. I just really enjoy, you know, the Sonic road trip aspects. And James Marsden, really funny in here. Great comedy. Some little iffy moments in here. Wanted more storylines explained. But it's just so much fun, Sonic. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I was surprised, to be honest with you, with this movie. And yeah.
And the end credit scene with Tails was awesome.
Looks like there'll be a sequel, for sure. But...
All right. So now
that does it for those 10 movies. We're going to go to the chat. A lot of people had some different thoughts for sure. Let's see here. Project Power was a dull, energetic blockbuster.
Dull, generic blockbuster.
What did I say? Energetic? Sorry,
energetic.
I was kind of surprised that Rebecca was in Jay's top 3 worst of the year.
Yeah, I know he did not like it. He loves the original from Hitchcock. But for me, I enjoyed it.
Do you love Lily James? I think she's great.
I think she's really attractive. Really like Lily James.
Didn't understand what was happening in Blow the Man Down. Pretty confusing story with great performances.
All right, so differences of opinion right there.
Jedediah also says Hillbilly Elegy, not Ron Howard's best movie, but certainly an inspiring one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I haven't seen Black Beauty. Mank was such an underwhelming film. The ending to Black Beauty was very depressing. I think
very sad. Very sad.
For me, Mank was a solid movie, but not Fincher's best movie. Mank was good, personally. Again, a very divisive film. Mank was an extremely well-made movie. Do you love Ben Mankiewicz, his grandson? He's a film critic, too.
Who's his son?
Pause. While we look that up, I'll go to the next comment here. Mank seems like a movie that you either love it or you don't. There's no middle ground on it. Yeah, that's true. Do you know who that is? Ben Mankiewicz? He's
son or grandson?
He said grandson. It's Mank.
Oh, Ben Mankiewicz.
We're back. Hello? Wait. I think we're back. Hello? Yeah, all right. You can hear us now. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but
I actually never seen that name before.
You've never seen that name before. Okay. He's a great critic. Yeah, so Zach, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we were having this issue a lot last night.
We're still having some tech issues, so sorry about that, guys.
I need to get the updated version. That's probably it.
Maybe there is an updated version. I'm not sure. Project Power didn't do it for Scott. Everything about Mank worked for me except for the story, what it was trying. Amazing production design and score, though.
That's true.
New Mutants was so boring. When are you going to be doing another live Q&A?
I'd probably say pretty soon.
Pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah, maybe towards the middle or end of January, maybe. I like New Mutants. Jeez, man. I don't know why this is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. I really don't. But we're gonna try and push through this. New Mutants was his favorite movie of the year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of New Mutants. I'm gonna watch New Mutants hopefully soon. Untamed Joy had a fantastic 2020 with Emma and the Queen's Gambit.
Yep.
New Mutants or Apocalypse, Ryan?
Apocalypse.
Do you think New Mutants would have been better if they didn't have the delay? Question.
That's a great question. That depends. I mean, I would say it'd probably be the same movie, but many people would probably care. I think people just didn't care anymore.
Bad Boys for Life was a huge surprise because I'm not a fan of the other two. Have you seen The Queen's Gambit, Ryan?
I have not, but I've heard good things.
You guys are growing the quarantine beards. Nice. Yeah. We definitely have them going for sure.
Probably growing the hair.
Probably going to shave soon, to be honest. Bad Boys for Life was good. No alcohol required. Sonic the Hedgehog was great. Can't wait for the sequel. Sonic was surprisingly decent. I saw Sonic at a drive-in theater back in April. Thought it was fine. Give it a B. Yeah. We're in the top 30. Yes, we're getting there.
We are.
Sonic was so much fun. Why does it freeze? I don't know, Samuel. We're trying to figure that out ourselves. Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the better video games movie in the last few years. There was really get more video game characters. Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik was delightful for sure. Okay. Are we ready to jump into this?
Yep, I'm ready.
Because I want to make sure we get all of these in and people can see them. We are now officially in the top 30, guys.
Let's do it.
Let's keep it going. All
right, coming in at number 30 is To All the Boys. P.S. I Still Love You. Coming in at number 30.
Close this up, okay?
I actually watched the first one leading up to this one. Kind of a constant trend. Enjoyed both of these movies, even though I'm not a big romance movie guy. And I can't wait to see... what's his name? He's going to be in Black Adam.
You're going to look up a name?
Yeah. The actor.
What's going on, Colin Williams? Thanks for being here, man.
Colin Williams, what's up, man?
Good to see you.
Noah Centineo. Can't wait to see him in Black Adam. He was great in
there. He is. Good to see you, man. Movies. What's up?
But yeah, solid romance movie. Next is Call of the Wild, Harrison Ford dog movie. I enjoyed this movie. This was like one of my favorite movies of the year. Now it's bumped down to here because, it kind of loses you. And the Call of the Wild did kind of lose me, but really like Harrison Ford in here. He's doing more of these family movies, especially after Star Wars. He's going to do ND5. Don't know why. But still, it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It was emotional at times, and it's just a fun adventure. 28 is Scoob, probably one more divisive as well this year. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Scoob. Again, it's kind of lost me, but for animated movies, it's fun. It's solid. I get it. Fans of Scooby-Doo were heavily disappointed by this movie, but I had fun with it. I enjoyed the superhero fun vibes to it, and it's a fun family movie.
One of the better animated films maybe this year, too.
Yeah, that's not much to say, I know, but, I had fun with Scoob. Next is Mulan, another one of more divisive movies.
At number 27.
At number 27, the live-action remake of Mulan. I really enjoyed it. I find it underrated. I know a lot of people hated it. That's fine. But I like the different adaptation of Mulan this time, and I don't mind it. It's fine. I enjoyed the action. It's not nowhere near to the level of the original. Way better. But I had fun with the live-action Mulan remake. 26 is Freaky, a new horror slasher movie. Fun movie. Really enjoyed Freaky. Catherine Newton, she just got cast as young Cassie Lang in the upcoming Ant-Man movie, so that's awesome. And she was great in here. Vince Vaughn actually might have stolen the whole movie for a lot of people and me. He was funny, just switching bodies pretty much. He's playing a teenage girl. Awesome. I really enjoyed Freaky.
All right, top 25. Here we go.
25 is Birds of Prey, one of my favorite DCEU movies. I love Birds of Prey. I know a lot of people don't, and that's fine. Margot Robbie is just Harley Quinn now. She become that character, and the John Wick, basically the people that did the stunts for those movies did the stunts in here. Awesome action. Love rated R action, and the action really worked in here. And the Birds of Prey characters were all awesome.
We got to stop it here, Ryan, because Durbani is here.
Durbin is here. Durbin just entered the chat. What is up, Durbin? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. Happy New Year.
Durbin, so great to see you. Go check out Durbania's YouTube channel.
Awesome stuff.
And he's probably he's a big DC fan, so he's probably wondering where Wonder Woman 1984 is on this ranking.
He probably is, and I wonder how he's going to feel about it.
And it's at number 49, Durbin. Definitely the most disappointing film I saw this year. That's where Wonder Woman 1984 is. And yeah, Birds of Prey, number 25.
But we're okay. So now we're on 24.
Number 24 is Extraction, the Netflix Chris Hemsworth action movie directed by Sam Hargrave, who directed a lot of action in The Mandalorian Season 2. And thank God they got that man to do the action in Mandalorian Season 2. I really enjoyed Extraction. I love Chris Hemsworth basically kind of playing this guide for this young kid, trying to get him to survive in this tough world. Action in Extraction is awesome. And the story was not as good as the action, but I really, really enjoyed Extraction. 23, Enola Holmes, the Sherlock Holmes spinoff movie with Enola Holmes, played by Millie Bobby Brown. 11 from Stranger Things. A lot of Stranger Things actors had movies this year. Millie Bobby Brown's great as Enola Holmes, and just a fun movie focusing on her, not on the Sherlock Holmes, who's played by Henry Cavill in this movie. Henry Cavill's pretty much played a lot of great spy characters. And Enola Holmes was just a lot of fun. I just really enjoyed the different take. 22 is Emma with Anya Taylor-Joy. Really funny movie. I really enjoyed Emma. It's pretty much like a period piece movie I didn't expect to like, but I really enjoyed this one. It's got great comedy, great emotion, and a great performance from Anya Taylor-Joy. 21 Clouds, another Disney Plus original movie.
There are a lot of Disney Plus originals this year.
Yeah, Clouds is probably one of the better ones in here. Up, up, up. In the Clouds. I really like that song. So catchy. And it's based on the true story of the main character who was basically dealing with a deadly situation. He was going to pass away during his high school years. And Clouds is very emotional. That's all I'll say. Pretty much. Go watch the movie.
All right, before we get into the top 20, let's check out the chat, see what they're saying about everything going on. We obviously saw Colin Williams in here. It was great to see him in here. Let's see here. I love the Call of the Wild, says James.
Yeah, and it was pretty divisive. Divisive.
Call of the Wild was average for one. Ford was one of the best parts of it. Mulan was pretty terrific. I know some people really enjoyed the different take.
It, found it okay or great.
Side question, I guess. My favorite Uncharted game. Oh gosh. We're back. All right, sorry. You probably didn't hear my answer to that question. I would say the second Uncharted game was my favorite. All right, sorry. You probably didn't hear I would say that. Durbin thought Mulan was okay.
Yeah, it's very divisive.
Let's see here. And Durbin did not see Freaky. Mm-hmm. I didn't like Mulan because there wasn't Eddie Murphy. Well, did you want The Lion King and did you want them to do the exact same thing?
They did it, but yeah,
I feel like if they had Eddie Murphy in the movie, it would have been the same thing, and people would have been like, "Why did we make it?" So they had to do something different. So you got to give them some sort of at least
that was probably one of the best parts of the movie. It was trying to do something different.
Right. Freaky was a lot of fun. Birds of Prey is a very divisive film. A lot of divisive movies in 2020.
Exactly. 2020 is a very divisive.
I respect your opinion on Mulan, but I didn't like it. Man, could have been so much more. Should have been so much more. Mulan was a good live action film. Birds of Prey was great. I'll let you answer this one if you want to, Ryan.
A little off topic. Do you think Man of Steel would have been received better by critics and audiences if it wasn't called Man of Steel?
And it was marketed as inspired by Superman?
I would say so. I mean, it depends. They heavily marketed that movie as like another new Superman movie.
Yeah.
And it's got the Zack Snyder name on it. I know he's got a lot of beef from Rotten. To me, a lot of critics like to hate on Zack Snyder. I don't get it. He makes some good, ambitious movies.
Ryan, respect your opinion on Scoob and Mulan, but I'm the complete opposite.
That's fine.
I just answered Uncharted 2 is my favorite. What's going on, Cult Boyfriend?
Hello, Cult Boyfriend. That's
Happy New Year, Ryan. I appreciate you. That is a new name. Well, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. What was the first video you saw of Ryan's? Let us know. Birds of Prey was a fun watch. Birds of Prey was a blast. I didn't know what people are coming from. Extraction was good.
LOL, 49 is okay. I like Wonder Woman 84 better than that, but I get it.
Scoob could have been a lot better. Really lacked the mystery from the original. Freaky was so much fun. Amazing performance from Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Extraction was a really good flick, which, while generic, is still a lot of entertainment value. Durbin enjoyed Enola.
Enola Holmes.
Extraction was his favorite action film of the year. Wow. I mean, we didn't get James Bond, so.
But yeah, it's definitely up there.
Let's see here. I didn't see Enola Holmes. Let's go back here. Enola Holmes or Sherlock Gnomes, Ryan?
Nola.
Birds of Prey was pretty lackluster. Clouds. Some people really enjoyed Clouds.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have you seen Phineas and Ferb? Candace Against the Universe?
No.
We never really were into Phineas and Ferb to begin with, so that wasn't really one Ryan was drawn to.
Exactly.
Wow. Joseph, good to see you.
He only saw 15 movies.
Understandable. You agree no bad movie you saw last year was Four Stick bad?
Cuties.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Ryan, what if every movie what was supposed to come out this year got delayed until 2030? How would you react to that?
I'd hang myself.
Well, hey,
I'm joking.
Be careful. Man of Steel is a great Superman film. It's your favorite Superman film.
It is my favorite Superman movie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What's going on? TDI fan. Hello.
What's up?
I don't recognize your name. What's your first video?
Let us know your first video.
Ryan, it's time to get into the top 20, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Number 20 is Spree. If you've not seen this movie, please check it out. I know Stranger Things actor Joe Carey's in famous on social media, Instagram, and how is he going to do that? He's going to murder some passengers while driving. A really fun concept for a movie. Joe Carey plays basically Patrick Bateman from American Psycho in this college guy, and it's a really fun concept for a movie. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoyed Spree. 19 is The Lodge, horror movie. Riley Keough probably still gives one of my favorite performances from lead actresses in 2020. It's a snowed-in ice claustrophobic horror movie. Really love The Lodge. It got under my skin. I love like claustrophobic horror movies. It's like Hereditary. 18 is Palm Springs, probably one of the most highly praised films last year. I'm not in the top 10 range on this movie, but it's basically another Groundhog Day, Edge of Tomorrow, time looping movie. It does a unique concept way. I really appreciate that. Really like Andy Samberg in here. Probably one of his best movies.
Nice.
17, The Devil All the Time, Netflix, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, one of the best casts of last year.
This year is going to be Tom Holland's year.
The year of Tom Holland. Look forward to my most anticipated. It's pretty much mostly Tom Holland. Tom Holland so far gives his best performance of his career in here. Robert Pattinson, Delusions, just that iconic. Is also it's just dark, as well as just tragic. That's what I really loved about The Devil All the Time. Next is The Gentleman. Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman.
At 16.
At number 16. Really enjoyed the movie. I really like gangster movies, and just Guy Ritchie knows that genre really well. Just one of my favorite casts of last year with Matthew McConaughey. We got the return of him. Henry Golden plays the villain. He's awesome in here. Charlie Hunnam and Hugh Grant. Just really awesome in here. Really enjoyed the cast. The Gentleman was just a blast. 15, Bill and Ted Face the Music. The Bill and Ted series hasn't had a movie in such a long time. Bill and Ted 3 may be my favorite Bill and Ted movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, they have great chemistry with each other. Death Returns in here. He's awesome in here. I'm so happy it made it its own.
Very cool. Very.
4 is The Way Back. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, he's out of the race now. He should be. Ben Affleck performance, probably my favorite performance from him, if I'm being serious. And it's a dramatic sports movie about this alcoholic guy who coaches this basketball team. And it's one of my favorite films of last year. Go check out The Way Back if you haven't seen it. 13 is Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Story on Netflix.
This surprised me for you.
This is a surprising ranking. I mean, you probably expect me to put this lower, but it surprised me. You know, you got Forrest Whitaker as this toy maker who was at the top of his game, but something happens. He's at the way bottom, and he has to grow and rise back up to where he was. Forrest Whitaker, just as the character, I didn't really care about him at the start, but now you grow on him. He meets his granddaughter, and they have that relationship. They grow. We've seen these movies before. You know, someone was at the top, they have to rise back up. But it's a really sweet movie.
Nice.
12 is The Trial of the Chicago 7. Aaron Sorkin, one of the big Oscar contenders of this year. Fantastic movie. Aaron Sorkin just is going to be at the Oscar A-list this year. Sacha Baron Cohen might have given the best performance in the movie for me. Mark Rylance, Eddie Redmayne, other people. I'm friend Michael Keaton, just a great cast. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, just a great movie. Great movie.
This one hurts that it didn't make the top 10. It was so close.
11 is Onward. Pixar movie. This is a fan. First Pratt brother. Adventure, the Bodhi. The comedy in here, it's not as funny as other Pixar movies, but it's a fun adventure here.
Yeah, and they pretty much just missed everything that we said about Onward because it keeps cutting out, but you want to say it again?
Yes. Onward comes in at number 11. You got Chris Pratt and Tom Holland as elf brothers trying to bring their father back from the dead with the magic stick. And fun movie. It's not as funny as other Pixar movies, but the ending is what really got me.
I'm so upset this just missed the top 10. I wish it made it.
There's so many other great animated movies, Cody.
All right, well, before we get into the top 10, let's try and go back real quick and go talk about some films we missed here. I've seen about 24 movies this year, understandable. Hey, Joe Wegner just got here. Hope you're feeling well. We're feeling a lot better. Wow, so you must have not been here for a little while. We're doing a lot better since we were suffering from COVID, but thank you. Cody, your thoughts on Soul? You'll find out in a little bit. Spree was my favorite of the year, actually.
Really? I like to see the love for Spree.
Have you watched The Death of 2020 on Netflix? Palm Springs is really good. The Gentleman is really in. Come on. Hang strong. Come on.
On. So sorry, guys.
Jeez Louise. There it is.
Sucks.
Gentleman was so much fun. Let's see here. Bill and Ted was a good time. The Gentleman was one of the most annoying theatrical experiences he's ever had. The story was so uneven, and I couldn't understand anything that was going on.
This is why we're getting a new laptop.
Hopefully we're getting a new one soon. I'm not sure why, but The Way Back is great. A little off topic. Cody, you excited for the Cars series? Not really, if I'm being honest with you. Way Back was his favorite movie of the year.
Very nice, Walter.
The Gentleman brought some good vibes and a quirky Brit humor back to the cinema. 8-10 for Jingle Jangle. Oldman, Affleck, or Lindo for Best Actor?
Delroy Lindo.
Ryan, have you seen Frankenweenie?
No.
You agree Forrest Whitaker is a lot better in Jingle Jangle than that awful Battlefield Earth?
No, he's way better in Battlefield.
Onward was better than Soul by a good bit for me. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I love Onward. I'm glad
I'm glad to see the love.
The Way Back and Onward were severely underrated.
Yep.
Onward was really overrated. See, there we go.
Yeah, very divisive opinion.
Yes, I know we froze. We're so sorry. I'm not sure what it is, guys.
We need to get
this
an
is just
update
fun.
Or something. I have no idea what's happening.
I don't think it's an update because StreamYard's on a website. You can't. It's not like it's on a browser, so I'm not sure. Clouds is better than Onward, according to Network. He thinks.
All right, that's your opinion.
Second best film of the year is The Trial of Chicago 7. Is Onward free on Disney Plus? Well, you have to have a Disney Plus subscription.
You need to have a subscription, but once you have the service, yes,
then you can watch it. So I guess technically it's not free. It's like $8 for the subscription.
A lot of people have been like, "Oh, it's not free," but if you have the service, yes, you can watch it.
Let's see here. I'm sorry, guys. Is Mr. Freeze nearby? But yeah, he probably is nearby.
He probably is. He's like probably next to me.
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. I did get a new card today, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's see. I remember your twin brother from yesterday, Ryan. LOL. When there was two of you in the live stream. That's what they're talking about. Let's see here. Guys, I think we're going to jump into the top 10 so we can finish this off in less than an hour and a half. For those of you that know Ryan and have been around, he's already dropped his top 10. But for those of you that don't know what it is, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Ryan's top 10 of 2020.
Hang on, I gotta.
It's already up, so let's get going.
All right. Coming in number 10 is Over the Moon, my second favorite animated movie of the year. Really surprised by this movie. If you connect to the story overall, if you lost a loved one, then this one will really resonate home with you. Great animation, great songs, characters I rooted for. I love when I can have characters I can root for, and Over the Moon was one of those movies.
Once you put this over Onward, I definitely got to check out Over the Moon at some point.
It's on Netflix.
The One and Only Ivan.
Number 9, The One and Only Ivan. Fantastic movie. Bryan Cranston as the circus animal owner. Sam Rockwell is the voice of Ivan. Emotional movie. The ending really made me cry. I'm an animal lover. I love when animals get what they want. And just a really remarkable film from Disney Plus.
Nice.
Number 8, The King of Staten Island. Judd Apatow, one of his best movies. Pete Davidson, fantastic performance. Bill Burr, still one of my favorite performances of 2020. Really good movie. Number 7, The Invisible Man. Lee Winnell comes back once again after directing Upgrade to direct one of the best horror thrillers of the year. Elizabeth Moss still gives probably my second favorite best actress performance of the year. Love the visuals, love the action, and you have an awesome movie.
Even after all those horror movies in your top 10, we get a good one.
We get a great one in The Invisible Man.
Were you going to say something?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Number 6 is Da 5 Blood. Spike Lee returns after directing Black Klansman. It makes a banger. Delroy Lindo, he's my pick for whatever he's either in, supporting actor or best actor so far. He's so fantastic in here. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. The movie is very long, but I really connected to the story. Number 5, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Chadwick Boseman's best performance of his career, and what a way to go out. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Viola Davis, also great in here. Just oh my God. All right. Number 4, Promising Young Woman. One of the best movies.
Number 4, Promising Young. Are we here? Hello? All right, we're here. Go ahead.
Number 4, Promising Young Woman, one of the best movies of the year. Now, I will say Carey Mulligan is my favorite lead actress performance of the year. Just fantastic movie. Just a really original concept. There's great cameos in the movie. And it really takes this concept and does it in a very unique way. Really love this movie. Number 3 is Tenet, one of the more divisive movies of the year. Tenet's one of my favorite movies of the year still. Christopher Nolan just made just a fantastic movie for me. I get it. The movie's very confusing for you, but the second time you watch this movie, it makes more sense. I was able to follow what was going on. You got John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki. Just one of the great theater experiences I had last year. Ludwig Göransson's score, masterpiece. And yeah, I love Tenet.
Yeah, and I thought this was going to be your number 1. I had a feeling it was going to be, but you got 2 higher than that.
Yeah, number 2 is Hamilton on Disney Plus.
Yes, it's a movie.
I call it's a movie. Hamilton, fantastic. Finally seeing this highly popular Broadway musical put to the movie theater Disney Plus screens. Lin-Manuel Miranda just is a genius that he came up with this musical. Just flawless. Every single minute of this was perfection. Go watch it.
Oh, so good, so good. However, your number 1 and my number 1 favorite movie of 2020, no competition.
It's definitely Soul. The 23rd Pixar movie. Pete Docter, just the absolute best director for Pixar. We've had Up, Monsters, Inc., and Inside Out, and now Soul.
Yeah.
Soul is top 5 Pixar for me, even on first viewing. I haven't even seen it a second time yet. And I just love just the ideas Soul has, experience in life, regrets in life, and Jamie Foxx's character, him just accepting new things, exploring new things, and it's just beautiful. This movie is absolutely gorgeous. Animated, look animated movie by far this year. The score from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, phenomenal. And Soul, it's an adult Pixar movie. Your kids aren't going to love it as much as adults, I would say, predict-wise, but phenomenal movie.
Soul is my favorite Pixar movie, period.
Wow.
And it might be my favorite movie of all time. No.
I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe. Maybe. But I adored the movie. I want to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again after this. Probably. It was. It moved me. Being a musician, it really, really moved me. The story, the ride you go on, it's just breathtaking. It's heartfelt. It's real. It's real emotion. It's thought provoking. It's captivating.
It's smart.
And it's smart, unique. Pixar knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and easily Soul is my favorite. Your favorite?
Is Pete Docter just the new lead at Pixar?
He should be.
He's the perfect choice.
Amazing film.
Soul's a masterpiece. Easily the best film of 2020.
Shashank, wow, appreciate this so much, man, for the super chat. Excellent ranking, Ryan. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you very much, Shashank. You're
a legend, man. You're a legend for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's go to where we were. I appreciate this also, Jedediah.
Was here for Ryan and Cody pushing through these technical issues.
Thank you, man. We just got to push through, for you guys, and just to get the video out there for sure. Let's see. Ryan and Cody, my brother and I are huge fans of yours. Thank you.
Thank you
so
Sam,
much.
to you and your brother. Shout you out.
Greetings from California. Where's everyone else watching from? Yeah, I'd be curious. Where's everyone watching from? Where in Massachusetts? I'll let you take some.
Over the Moon was cute. Nowhere near as good as Klaus, which is a top 3 Netflix original. Over the Moon was my biggest surprise of the year. That's another one.
Over the Moon. Yesterday, you saw it. Very personal for anyone who's lost a family member. The One and Only Ivan was good enough. I read the book. Wasn't a big fan
of the movie. Wow.
Invisible Man was so cool. Cody, how many 2020 movies have you seen? Definitely less than 10, for sure. I would say less than 10. Invisible Man was the best experience I had in 2020. The Five Bloods was great. Five Bloods was cool, but kind of overpraised in my opinion. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Rip Chadwick Boseman's.
A lot of it, much well deserved. Respects.
Tenet was a cool experience, but a tad underwhelming for me. That might change on a rewatch, possibly. You like it better on rewatch.
We got a Tenet cheer going on.
Tenet.
You might have missed when we said this last time, but hopefully in the middle or late January, we'll plan on doing another one. We got to figure out these tech issues first. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Hamilton is amazing, and Soul is the winner for sure. Tenet was decent, didn't love it. Promising Young Woman was fun, couldn't quite understand what was going on. Tenet was a little confusing. I still had a lot of fun with it. Just saw Tenet yesterday. Liked the film. Last 1 hour was mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing, absolutely.
Soul was extraordinary, number 1 year for me as well. Soul is my second favorite Pixar movie.
All right, so he's one behind you.
It is my favorite Pixar movie. Soul is phenomenal. Soul is great. Let's see here.
Another super chat?
No, I was just wondering. Sorry. Great ranking. Thank you so much. Thank you
very much.
Took me a while, a few rewatches, but Soul affected me so deeply. Good.
Nice. All
right, so we got someone off from Canada. We got Ohio. We got India. Ended up in the house. Ryan O'Toole, I am sorry. My internet is terrible. Your show is buffering too much.
Yeah,
I don't think it's your internet. I think it's our internet.
Yeah, we need to fix these.
So sorry. So sorry. Y'all are who I watched the most in 2020. Oh,
and Oklahoma.
Oh, we have family in Oklahoma. That's pretty cool. Do you think 2020 was a good year for movies with the ones that we did get? I'll let you answer that.
It's not an amazing year. Definitely the weakest year. We got some good movies in there, but not some of the best movies. But
compared to 2019,
no. This was not an amazing year.
Let's see here. Cody, do you agree that Javi's season had awful writing?
You always get that question.
Yes, I do. And they do it to piss me off. Sorry. I'm kidding. My relatives live in Idaho. Very, very cool.
Very cool.
Soul was good. I felt like it was building to have an emotional payoff in the third act, and I don't think it had that. Okay.
Respectfully disagree.
Your opinion. However, we're about to hit the hour-and-a-half mark, and we have come to the end of the ranking.
We did. I did. Well,
yes, you did. You did it.
All right. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. For everyone that came here, we made it under an hour and a half.
Thank you all for being here. Look forward to upcoming videos from Ryan. I think tomorrow you're going to be uploading your most anticipated movies for 2021.
Yes, I still need to look for movies, get the list all set, because there's lots of exciting movies.
Yes, so look forward to that video tomorrow. Also, Ryan's going to be uploading his 2021 Blu-ray collection video.
Look forward to that
this month as well. So look forward to that, and we plan on doing a Q&A at some point too, because we've been doing a lot of those. But again, Shashank, thank you so much,
kind man. Thank you
for following your content regularly this year. We hope you can continue to follow us. Movie reviews by JT. I don't recognize you, but hello. Best movies of 2020: Bad Boys for Life, The Invisible Man, Birds of Prey, Ma Rainey, Promising Young Woman, Soul, Tenet, Freaky, Wonder Woman, and Nomadland. You didn't get to see that.
I've not seen, but I want to see that so bad.
Alrighty, I think we can end it off.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get in the comment section, and all my social media links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.